Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. And this is a very special episode because I just checked my channel and I think I am at 99 videos. So this video here will be my 100th video, which I think is not too bad. All right, I have to admit I cheated a little, if you would call it that, because during last December I posted a video every day where I opened my Pathfinder Advent calendar. So if you're a real critic, you might argue that these videos do not really count because they didn't really take a lot of effort and it was just me opening my advent calendar. But a video is a video is a video. Like the Ferengi said, a contract is a contract is a contract, but a video is a video is a video. And I still had to upload a video every day, and a couple of you watched it. So I think it counts. So I am at 99 videos, and when I upload this video, I will be at 100 videos, which I think is pretty nice. And also another shout out to Grognard Solo Gaming, because he made another video about one of my games, and that was the Reclamation Slums of Flan game, which was my predecessor to my Explorers of the Untamed Wild games. Those games, they share a lot of the same mechanics. So basically Untamed Wilds built upon Flan and expanded it a little. So if these games are pretty familiar, that is because they share the same, if you want to call it that, core engine or core design. So if you're interested in that game, go check out his video. I shared it in my community tab. I also made videos about this game on my channel, and you can of course download it or the Google Docs of it in my community tab that I made when I did those, not community tab, in the description of these videos. All right, but today we will continue our Star Wars game, our Star Wars Nar Shaddaa Manhunt game, featuring Telrac, the Imperial aligned former Special Forces bounty hunter, and he's on Nar Shaddaa on a manhunt, hunting down an ex-ISB operative turned traitor named Eliza Rill. And he's on an assignment which was given to him by the ISB Enforcement Division. So it's a pretty delicate, pretty high-class assignment. All right, and in the last episode, we succeeded at an investigation scene in a seedy cantina and alleyway. We had some fights, but the important thing is I gained a clue in the metagaming sense, which I need to do action scenes. And if those of you wondering what I'm talking about, I'm using the Scarlet Hero Solo Gaming Rules for Urban Adventures. And I don't want to get into detail now, but watch the previous episodes or my Cult of Gore Gamash series, where I also used these rules. So now I can do an action scene because I got a clue on the goons that I basically disposed. I found a clue which is a known associate, and I made up a little correspondence that I found. So I found a data card, and I managed to it was not encrypted. I don't know why, but it wasn't. So I could read it in my data pad, and it says correspondence. So got your message. I located the item we need, but I need help extracting it so that I do not ruin it. I made contact with Karsk. We'll head over there and pass him the details. He stays at the Shaddaa Palace. Meet me afterwards at these coordinates. E. So that's the message, which represents this clue as I got, and this known associate I rolled on the maze rats, womp rats roll tables, and I came up with a Trandoshan slicer, but I don't know that yet. This is out of character information, so that is this associate probably who this correspondence was directed to. No, not directed to, but that this correspondence refers to. It was, of course, directed to the goon. So this is the information I got. So yeah, I see that I get out of this alleyway quick because I don't want to draw too much attention. I had 2 firefights here already, so I go back into this turbolift cluster and take the turbolift back to the upper levels, and there I will find a quiet corner to check these coordinates. And this name, Shaddaa Palace, also sounds familiar to me, because if you remember in the first investigation scene, I got some information that a call was made to 3 locations: this cantina where I already was, a junkyard which I haven't discovered yet, and the hotel Shaddaa Palace, and this correspondence refers to this hotel. So I take the time to check also these coordinates. Let's see, because this is not that easy, if I can decipher or if I can learn anything by doing a HoloNet or DataNet search with these coordinates, some sort of open source intelligence measures. So therefore I will roll against my computer's skill, which I only have a base chance of 5. And yeah, let's see what I can learn, if I can learn anything. No, 13. I'm not going to push this roll because my chance is too low for that, and I already got 2 conditions, which also reminds me. So I'm taking the time. You in a cantina, get a drink, get a snack, do some datapad research, and I will use this time to take a stretch rest, because I haven't taken a stretch rest yet. And on a stretch rest I can regain 1d6, I think, willpower and hit points, but the most important part is I can also get rid of 1 condition. Only 1, but I have 2. So let me recheck this. Healing and resting, stretch rest. Okay, d6 HP. You also recover willpower. Yeah, okay, willpower and heal a condition of your choice. All right, so let's do the healing first. So the green die is hit points, the blue die is willpower. All right, so 4 points of willpower, so that brings my willpower back to its maximum of 9 points. But I only recover 1 hit point, so my hit points are at 10. And I can get rid of 1 condition. So I got a condition affecting willpower and presence. And I think, let's see, presence. I gotta do a little metagaming here and see what skills are tied to what. Coerce is willpower, vigilance. I try to get rid of the, or not try, but I will get rid of the willpower condition. So my willpower condition is gone. And instead of ruining my character sheet, I will just add these conditions to my character log. So I just put down here conditions and just put down the attributes that are still affected. So that's presence, and then I will just cross it out. All right, so yeah, so that was my stretch rest, and I have to mark it off here. So here I made this little character log where I track hit points, willpower, the rests, death rolls, and also my inventory credits, and here now the conditions, so that I don't mess up my character sheet too much. So now I have taken a round and a stretch rest, so the next time I want to rest I have to take a shift rest, which by these rules means the enemy will get a victory point. But we're not there yet, so I don't want to waste too much time. The stretch rest is only like a 15-minute rest, so immediately after the stretch rest I head over to the Shaddaa Palace, and this will be, by the rules, will be an action scene, because an action scene gives me 2 victory points instead of 1 if I succeed. And I will take or use action scene number action scene. No, sorry, I wanted to do a conflict scene first. Yes, a conflict scene. Conflict scene number 10, eliminate an outside actor brought in to aid the foe. Face a fight instead of a check. So if I really face a fight, I will see. So I will not go very strict by these rules. So it depends on how the scene goes. But the foe, of course, is my main target, Eliza, and an actor is basically here the name for an NPC in these rules. And since the correspondence said that this actor is needed to help the foe, I will try to eliminate him or her, and maybe gain some more valuable information. So this will be a conflict scene. Conflict scene number 10. So conflict scene, not number, but type 10 basically, so that I know. So gotta get my bookkeeping in order. So it is conflict scene number 10, eliminate outside actor. That's enough. It's just so that I know where to look. All right, and so I will head over to the Shaddaa Palace Hotel, which is far enough away so that I need a speeder taxi. So I take a speeder taxi to the hotel, and I pay the speeder driver, which is an android. I pay 50 credit. No, I pay 100 credits because I want him to wait and be close by and give me some sort of communications. So why am I erasing this? I can just cross it out. All right, so I got 1,200 credits. So this is actually why I made this log, so that I don't have to erase. But all right, so I hand over 100 credits to the cab driver, which is an android, and I tell him, I want you to wait right here, or at least nearby. I might have to make a hasty retreat. Okay, as you wish, the droid says. All right, so this Shaddaa Plaza, it is a high-class hotel, so it is in the upper levels of Nar Shaddaa, which actually, you can actually see the real sky from this upper level, and a speeder taxi is parked or docked at a large plaza platform where this hotel is located. And so I do want to enter the hotel. So this is a high-class hotel, Shaddaa Plaza. We are on Nar Shaddaa, but I mean, there's still a possibility that there's some sort of security in place here, either droids or guards or an automatic security system whatsoever, that might require me to check my weapons or leave my weapons. So this is what I will determine. And because I think this is somewhat likely, because even though in Nar Shaddaa the higher ups need some level of basic protection, I will tilt the scales towards a yes answer. So the question is, do I have to check my weapons, or is there some sort of security measure in place? And the scale is tilted towards the yes answer. 3 and 4, so it's a yes. Okay, but it's somewhat of a weak yes, but it's still a yes. All right, so because it's a weak yes, so 4, 5, 6. 6 would be the highest yes. All right, so let's see if I might, this is Nar Shaddaa after all, if I might be able to basically bribe my way maybe out of this. So I enter, or I want to enter, the lobby area. And at the entrance to the lobby area, there's indeed a security detail. There are two guards. Let me see what I got here on hand. Yeah. And that you can see it better. It's just, I mean, just for the fluff. So this, the contrast is better. So we have a security detail here. This is a human soldier of fortune, and this is a Duros scoundrel. So these are the miniatures from the Star Wars miniatures game. And so they are basically standing guard as I want to walk into the lobby. And they address me. If you want to go inside, you got to check your weapons. There are no weapons allowed. That is strange. See, I got some very important business here with a client who actually hired me to act as a bodyguard for his personal protection. And I think it would be pretty stupid to show up at my client's door without carrying a weapon. I'm pretty sure there's got to be a way how we can resolve this. Maybe I can pay some sort of security insurance fee, and therefore I can keep my weapon. What do you say? All right, so this would be, I think, a charm roll, or I say it'll be a charm roll, but I am a human, so I will use adaptive to make it a streetwise roll, which is not too far off. And of course the reason is I do not have charm, but I do have streetwise. So it costs 3 willpower points to do that. So I'll gladly spend 3 willpower. Now I'm at 6 to change this roll, which would have been a charm roll, to a streetwise roll, you know, from one street scum to another, and see if I can bribe my way through them with my weapon. I can't. 14, and I do not want to push the roll because I still suffer one condition. No, we're sorry. There's no such thing as a security insurance fee here. But you can rest assured, this hotel is pretty safe. You can check your weapon at the lobby desk, at the front desk. And if you go out with your client, you can just reclaim it. Either that or you stay outside. Then you got to call your client and he has to come down. Yeah, all right, whatever. I'll go to the front desk. All right, so they let me through, but they make sure, so the Duros, he eyes me pretty carefully to make sure that I actually go to the front desk. All right, which I will do. But yeah, brawl. But I do have brawl, so that's all right. So I check in my weapon at the front desk. And while I'm at the front desk, hello there. Maybe you can help me. Maybe. So the front desk is manned by or crewed by a Rhodian. By a Rhodian. Oh, come on. All right, so I got some pre-packed bags here for me. So by a Rhodian, and so he's at the front desk. And I'm like, while I'm here, I hand over my weapon. I want to check this item here. Beep. All right, so he scans it and he gives me a little data card or data chip. Don't lose this chip. This chip will allow you to reclaim your weapon later. Yeah, all right. So actually, I have an appointment. I'm here to see Krask. I think that was his name. Let me look it up. So, of course, Telrac remembered. Karsk. I'm here to see Karsk. An old friend of mine. We got an appointment. Could you please direct me to his suite? Or at least tell me the suite number? I can find my own way. Oh, let's see if that is enough for him, if he will just give it to me, or if he requires some sort of counter check or confirmation. So does he need confirmation? So 4, 5, 6 is yes. Of course he does. Well, I can't give you his suite number. I have to call and confirm that he is expecting you. Who should I announce? Oh no, announce. Who should I report? Tell him the name is Telrac, and I got some very important information regarding his business with E that he might need to know, or that he might find interesting. He will know what I'm talking about. And I think he would also like some discretion in this matter. Okay. Just wait 1 second here. So he turns his back to me and makes some sort of call or inquiry. All right, so let's see if Karsk goes for this, basically this bait. Yeah, I'll make it 50-50. Does he go for it? 4, 5, 6 is yes. Of course, it is the worst no. It's an exceptional no, so he does not go for it. As a matter of fact, he is actually, alarmed and thinks that something is up. And yeah, all right. So Okay, so he will he try to escape, or will he try to prepare an ambush? And I'll ask the oracle. All right, so it's 50-50. So we have two options. 1, 2, 3. He lets me up, but he has prepared some ambush. 4, 5, 6. He tries to get away. Actually, I'm hoping for 1, 2, 3 because I think that would be more intense, but I gotta let the dice decide. 4, 5, 6. Of course, he tries to get away. All right, so the Rhodian comes back. Yeah, I relate your message. Karsk says he will be out in a minute. You can talk in the lobby. Please wait over there. He will be out in a minute. He will be out soon. Yeah, all right. So whatever. Damn. Okay. So I do not in this correspondence. I mean, the correspondence was what I read to you. So this correspondence does not give me a hint about his suite number or anything. And this is a pretty big hotel. The what is it? Shaddaa Plaza. So there are a lot of rooms and suites. So I mean, just trying to find him would be like finding a needle. Shaddaa Plaza, yeah, a needle in a haystack. Damn. So what do I do? I mean, yeah, he might come down. So first, I will be waiting. So I wait, but I try to scan the area maybe for additional exits or escape routes. Let's make a perception roll. If I catch anything odd or out of the ordinary. Five. All right, yeah. So first, I just had an idea. Maybe what if Eliza is still here? But of course, because I gotta follow the rules and I gotta get to 10 victory points, the chance that she is here is pretty low. So I tilt the scales towards no and use 3d6. So first question is, so my perception roll was successful. Do I maybe spot Eliza in the lobby as well? If maybe she's waiting for him because they are not done with their business yet or whatever. Or maybe I catch something out of the usual. So it's tilted to negative. So 1, 2, 3 is no. So the question is Eliza there? Oh, look at this. 4, 5, 5. So that is a yes. So, but of course, yeah, I make my perception roll. And while I'm waiting, I'm a little bit, uneasy on the edge because I don't know yet exactly will he come down or did he smell something or whatever. As I catch a glimpse of a woman that pretty much, I'm not really sure, but that pretty much fits the description. Let's see, do I have meeting? Yeah, brown hair, green eyes, 36 years old. All right, so yeah, because I memorized this brown hair, green eyes, so okay, I can't see the green eyes, but I instinctively scan every woman that has like brown hair and is human. So I catch a glimpse of this woman, and she's wearing a hooded cloak, but I catch a glimpse of her face as she heads for a turbolift cluster in an area of the lobby. In an area that is a little bit way back, in the back area of a lobby, there's a turbolift cluster, and I catch this glimpse of this woman, and she looks pretty much like Eliza Rill. So I want to verify this. So I get up and and try to head over, or not try, but head over the turbolift cluster. And let's see, do I have to roll anything? Yeah, I make a stealth roll because she's also on the edge. I mean, she's a former ISB operative, so she also knows all the ropes and tricks. So I got a roll, but exactly to make it more tense, I'll give myself a Bane on the roll because she's a former ISB operative, so she's pretty alert, and also this is a metagaming reason, I'm not expected to encounter her yet because of the structure with the victory points and such. So I'll give myself a Bane and make a stealth roll. Oh, but haha, look at this, 2 and 5. So sometimes the dice are just in your favor. So I manage actually to get close to her and basically more or less stand next to her. And I look over to her and she looks back to me. And at that point, there's no doubt in my mind that this actually is the quarry. I can see these green eyes, and now as I see the front of her face, I remember this holographic image, and I really studied it and really memorized it because I'm a professional. So yeah, it is Eliza Rill. So now I will, because I got my weapon still checked, I'll try to grab her with a brawl roll. And let's see, but also she, I try to grab her with a brawl roll. So let's see and then go from there. So this completely went off script now, but that's sometimes the way it goes. But I fail. So so I try to grab her, and while I am, I try to grab her, but her reflexes. So she's got quick reflexes, and like I said, she is alert. She's on edge. So so she steps back and and makes a run for it. So steps back and it makes a run for it through the lobby towards out of the main entrance. And so she runs past the security guys and I run after her, and she shouts something like, "Help, an ambush! This guy's harassing me!" and just takes off. And those guys, wait, what's going on? They try to grab and stop me. And now this is the point where I have to get my license out. So I flash my IPKC. "Let me through! Bounty hunter on official business. This is a wanted fugitive." But I think they're pretty unimpressed because this is Nar Shaddaa and anybody can waive any kind of license. So do they let me through, or do they still try to stop me? it's a yes, no, and the scale is tilted toward yes. So the question is, do they still try to stop me? Yes, it's an extreme yes. So not only do they try to stop me, but they immediately try to subdue me with non-lethal force, with a sort of like electro or shock staff. Stop, I said. So he tries to grab me, and this guy, yeah, he wants to electrocute me with a shock staff. And now I think is the time where we have to roll initiative. No, you don't roll initiative here, you draw initiative. So this went completely off script. It escalated quickly, and let's see how this continues and develops. Alrighty, so the Duros, he's got a 1. And he's got a 2. What? And I got a 10. And an 8. Alrighty. So this is just great. Yeah, so the Duros, he's also the guy coming with the shock staff. So he... Alright, so let's get some stats out here. So the Duros, they just have the same stats, just to keep it simple. So the Duros, he's got HP 10 and skill 12, the relevant attack skill, and he either deals 2d4 non-lethal or 2d6 lethal. And the human, the same, HP 10, skill 12, and 2d4, 2d6, lethal or non-lethal. Yeah, so it's so this guy, he's got a 1. So he uses, this is a melee roll, but doesn't matter, it's skill 12, so he tries to electrocute me with his shock staff. And he would be successful with a 5. So I will be using one of my actions. Oh no, wait. I got fast footwork. I spent 3 willpower points. So I'm down to 3 willpower to use my fast footwork to make an evade roll, which is coordination in this Starbane rule set that I'm using. And so I try to sidestep his attempt. And yes, I'm successful. So I sidestep his attempt, but now it's the other guy's turn. So the Duros acted. He also gets his shock staff out, which is not an action in itself, and also tries to... Whoops! Sorry! See? So this is because this is action-packed here. So let's see, it's still running and everything set up right? Yes. But 16, he's got his skill, so he fails. So now it is my turn, and I'm using my first action to try to defuse the situation. So I sidestep, I take my hands, get my hands up. Wait! Take the time to check the license, damn it! I'm not resisting! Alright, do they take the time to check their the license? Yeah, I give it a 50-50, but tilted to yes, because it would maybe make sense. I mean, it is an exceptional no, and I rolled double. I know. So the question was, do they take the time to check the license? Yeah. And I rolled 2 once. So they don't give a damn about my license. They are determined to take me down. So yeah, that was what I said. It's like a free action, so I can see from their reaction that they don't even care, and they probably are just satisfied as if I'm unconscious and electrocuted and subdued. So yeah, I will defend myself, but my weapon is checked, so I gotta use brawl, so unarmed combat. So yeah, I try to hit, punch, kick the human. 15. Do I want to push the roll? No, I do not want to push the roll, because no, I don't. Oh, wait a minute, that was, yeah, let's say that was my second action, because I already turned it around. I'm not sure if as the action, yeah, I think it was my first action. So yeah, no. So that's it. We're all still standing, but they are hell bent on taking me out, and there's no rolling now. I mean, with a double 1. So let's reshuffle these and draw initiative again. All right, so this time I will get my cards first. I got a 9 and a 7, great. And the Duros, of course, another 1 and a 4. All right, so they still get to go first. And so this guy, he's off here because this is the front desk. All right, so the Duros, he's got a 1. So he is going to attack. And I'm saying that this shock staff, in case he hits, I'm going to roll damage with the attack, will deal 2d4 points of damage. Non-lethal. But he misses. He rolls a 16. So that was his action. Now the human. Critical failure. All right, so a 20. So he stumbles and he loses. I'd say he will lose his next turn, because he stumbles and falls down, and so he will not get an initiative card next combat round. So now, so he's for this round out of the picture. So I will concentrate on the Duros because I see that he stumbles. Let me check real quick how much damage I deal with an unarmed strike. Unarmed is 1d6. All right, 1d6 bludgeoning damage, or whatever it is pronounced. Okay, 1d6. So here we go, using the blue combination. So action 1, 7, trying to hit the Duros. Yes, I hit, yes, and for maximum damage. All right, so brawl is 10, so 6. So I punch him square across the jaw, and he is down to 4 hit points. Bam! And second action again. Double jab, ba-bam! Yes! An 8 and 5 points of damage. So this is... Alright, so... sound effects here. So this guy is out of the picture. And this guy, he fell down. And so actually I do not need to draw initiative cards, because this guy is knocked out. And this guy does not get an initiative card this combat round. So now basically I got 2 actions, and since he is... No, wait, I do have to deal initiative cards to see if he can get up before... So he will not be able to attack this round, but he needs his action to get up. And this is important, because if he would still be on the ground, I would give myself a boon on the unarmed attack roll. because it's always easier to kick someone on the ground than it is if he's standing. All right, so his initiative is 3. All right, so in mine, 5 and yes, and 1. Okay, so while he is still on the ground, I'll give myself a boon, so I can roll 2 dice and try to kick him straight in the chest while he's still on the ground. I mean, he brought it upon himself. I wanted to talk. 19 and 14. You gotta be kidding me, even with the boon. So I rolled a 6 maximum damage, but it is a 14 and a 19. So that was number 1. That's a failure. So now at 3, the guy, he stands up, but that was his action for the round. So now I get another chance. However, I do not get a boon this time because he's now standing and can defend himself better. So this is it. Yes, so 4 for 4 points of damage, but still, at least not a wasted round. So as he gets up, I punch him in the liver. All right, so hit point 6. And next round, drawing initiative cards. Actually, this system of drawing initiative cards is pretty neat. I think I'm going to adapt this for other games as well. I would just use a poker deck or just create custom 1 to 10 cards. I think I like this. Like for me, gaming is also this haptical, physical experience. This is also why I do not play using electronic stuff. And this handling of components is what gives me the feel that I'm actually gaming on the table. And this is pretty nice, turning cards around and shuffling and stuff. So, all right, so I get my 2 cards. So I got 9 and 10. You gotta be kidding me. And he's got a 6. All right, so his lip is bleeding, but he regained his composure and he's got his shock staff still out, and at 6 with skill 12, but as it's a 17, so he's still dizzy because of my punch. So now I'm at 9 and 10. So first at initiative 9. Yes, 8 and 5, but he's still standing with 1 hit point. On the nose. I hear a crack, the nose cracks and blood splashes out of his broken nose, but he's still at 1 hit point. So now initiative 10. Yes, 7 and 1 point of damage. So the important thing was that I hit. So left hook. Damn. All right, so I just took out 2 security guys. Actually, this shock staff is pretty neat. So I will grab one of those shock staffs. But now I gotta check if there's other security coming. I think this is pretty, you know what, no, I'm not going to wait around for this. I just make a quick exit, and this is why I paid the cab driver extra to wait for me, and yeah, jump into the speeder taxi and just tell him to drive and go away. So I would say this scene was a classic failure because I didn't eliminate the outside actor. I didn't manage to grab Eliza. So by these metagaming rules, I will end the scene here and do the bookkeeping and count this as a failure. So this was a failed conflict scene. So we have to do some bookkeeping. Conflict scene, eliminate outside actor. All right, I just put down fail, fight with hotel security. So that's enough for me to remember what happened. And of course I can just watch the end of the video to recap. All right, so bookkeeping. I am still at 3 victory points. So my victory points are still 3. However, the enemy gains a victory point. Enemy is at 2. I still have my 1 clue because I didn't spend it. And I do not need to roll if the enemy gains another victory point because I only need to roll after an investigation or an action scene. So this is the count at the end of the scene. All right, and we will see how we continue from here. I do have some ideas, but even though it's pretty sad, but I will end this session here. As usual, I try to keep my sessions at anywhere between 45 minutes and an hour to make it easier to watch and and to not overstretch your patience basically. And so this was today's session. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please subscribe to the channel because it costs you nothing and it makes me happy and it motivates me to to continue doing this because I really enjoy it. And as always, and next video, however, will be another Dragonbane episode. Because like I said, I want to do like 2 by 2, so 2 episodes Dragonbane, 2 episodes of Star Wars, and I might even throw in something different every once in a while just to keep the variety in the channel. All right, so as always, stay safe and stay healthy, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.